Hi friends, welcome back to the lecture series of Marketing Analytics. Today's topic is marketing data pre-processing. So before we go further, let me tell you, this marketing data are the real challenge for the analytics as well as the marketers, because inside of those marketing data are so unstructured, so unpredictable, and there are so many hidden relationships which are hidden itself in this huge set of marketing data from the view of a business organization. So it is not always clear from our naked perspectives to find out the understanding, find out the relationship among these set of data for making further level of analytics for better future business decisions. That's why this marketing data needed to be pre-processed so that it will be a clear, concise for making next level of analytics. So let us start. The main goal of the marketing analytics in present era is listed there. For example, the first one is we should understand that which particular marketing channel will be having the most revenue generating from our business perspective, because accordingly we should devote our time as well as the management of making that much more optimized. The second point to be considered in this regard is how to increase the return of investment from this marketing analytics or the data set, and how the company or the business organization will actually plan to spend their next financial year marketing budget on which particular segment, on which particular product, because the market is a volatile entity and so as the customer. So this customer behavior also needed to be predicted in a much more accurate way. And that's why the real fantasy of this marketing analytics is there with our marketing set of data. As you see from this diagram, that marketing in present era is basically a huge domain consisting of online marketing to offline, a different type of email, digital marketing, intranet, internet marketing, as well as the other parameters. So this thing needed to be properly analyzed. And that's why in our next slide, we shall try to pre-process those marketing data so that it will be concise for making different type of analytics, for making different type of marketing strategic plan for better formulation of market share. This major tasks in data processing include first the data cleaning. The data cleaning over there we try to mean is remove the impurities from the data set. Now, what type of impurities can be present in a particular data set? Like a data set may contain null value, the data set may contain redundant value, which should be removed. Otherwise, a huge amount of storage we are unnecessarily going to be occupied. A data set may also contain some kind of unusual relationship or unusual pattern or the outliers, which is not exactly relevant or acceptable to be taken into account. So these things needed to be brushed up from the data in order to make it clean. Second thing is the data integration. Let me tell you, as I discussed already in my first lecture, that nowadays the data are basically comes into two varieties. The first is the structural set of data, whose source are basically the different type of file format, the different type of structural databases, whereas the another, which is quite a exponent form of data set, that is audio, video data, your social media data. So all these data set, both the structural, unstructural, using different type of file format to different type of databases needed to be integrated into a common data warehouse platform so that the different type of data pre-processing can be done from the marketing perspectives. Number three is the data transformation. The data transformation basically means to convert our set of data into a standard global format. For example, over there a simple explanation of data transformation I have quoted. For example, instead of writing this data set like minus 230, 100, 59, 48, we can convert this data transform into some kind of different format like 0.02. So these are the different type of rescaling, which are actually scheduling in order from the different perspectives. And the last one is the data reduction. Let me tell you, this is also one of the important aspects. As the marketing data set over the period of time, over the different market demographic variable, the competitors' data, your own product also consisting of so many product lines. So huge amount of data needed to be reduced to some extent using different type of data warehouse techniques like drill down, roll up, slicing, dicing. So these are the different data reduction technique. Also, there will be some other technique like PCA, like different type of pinning by which we can reduce the data set so that it will be much more easier to formulate the different type of strategies on those reduced set of data. So this is all about from this slide. So let us go to the next slide. As I said, the data preprocessing is one and the most important, whereas well as the time consuming phase of analytics. And as we are talking about the marketing data, it also needed to be properly preprocessed so that it will be much more structured. The different type of anomalies, the null values, the different type of redundant values, the different type of undesirable or inconsistent value should be removed from your marketing data set, for which we need the data preprocessing. The data preprocessing main aim is to convert the incomplete data into complete one. For example, an example of incomplete data is, for example, in occupation of a particular customer, nothing is written. It may also happen your data is noisy or it contains the outliers. The outliers are basically the undesirable or the unexpected values which is not mapped with other average values. For example, if the salary is minus 10, which is always a noisy data because practically it is not feasible that some employee are getting minus $10 salary. The last one, we should be focus on the inconsistency. The inconsistency part of the data is actually focus to make the data in much more accurate and a concrete way so that different type of anomalies should be removed from this data. For example, if someone's birthday or the birth date is written as, for example, 3/7/1997, whereas in the next column, beside to this birthday or the date of birth, the age is written as 42. So by standing on 2020, it is not possible that someone's age is 42 years, whereas his date of birth is 1997. So this is the inconsistency of data, which always contributes towards bad decision making from the business perspective. So this thing we should be always taken care of, because they are not only making your business decision much more complicated, but the quality are also going to be removed. Move on to the next slide. The data cleaning tasks consisting mainly of filling the missing value. Now, as we are talking about filling the missing value, whenever we will get a missing value in a marketing set, at that time, we can fill it by a zero value or the average value of the other entities of the column, or the maximum or the minimum value or the other desirable value. So depending upon the different data set or your perspectives, you can fill the different set of value in order to fulfill the missing value criteria. The second is identifier of outliers. So outliers, as I said, are basically the undesirable or the unpredictable situation which is not common to the other one. So this thing you needed to be identified, and accordingly you perform different steps to remove them from your data set. The third one is to make your inconsistent data into consistent one, so that your data became much more robust, accurate, and it will be also going to be reliable to making the different type of business related decision making. And the last but not the least is to make your data less redundant, so that the duplicate value which is not required should be removed from your data set. So these are the four things comes mainly under data cleaning tasks. And now we shall try to show you the hands-on demonstration of how you can clean a huge marketing data set using different type of analytical platform like Excel, R, Weka, etc. So let us start off opening a particular Excel file. This Excel file is basically consisting of more than 540,000 record, and it also contains so many other anomalies which is not otherwise possible to see nakedly from our eyes. For example, if you see carefully the structure of this particular file, you will be able to understand that it contains huge amount of data. I mean, different type of data are there which is not actually required from the different perspectives. Like there are so many columns which is not required there. It contains invoice number, stock code, the description, the quality, invoice date, unit price, customer ID, and country. Now, intentionally, I have made some cell location like this as null in order to show you that how this missing value problems can be recovered using Excel. Remember, when we are dealing with this type of data set, as I said, it contains more than 5 lakh of real world data, which I have taken from a supermarket, which are actually selling their product online. This is basically 2019 sales data set. So first, we will going to select the entire set of data, and from this file menu, we will go to the data tab, and there will be a column called remove duplicate. As I said, there are more than 5 lakhs record. So these data set needed to be properly analyze. For that, the duplicate values needed to be cleaned up. So the moment you press this duplicate value and you select all the column over there, I am selecting, it is actually trying to find out the duplicate data set, and it will be showing us a message. For example, if you see, it is showing that 5268 duplicate values are found and it is clean. Now we have 536641 unique data, that is quite huge. So I'm cleaning those set of data. Our next part is to overcome this missing value like this data set. For that, I'm using a simple Excel function with this is equal to, I'm writing the if and selecting the first cell of that is equal to, I'm writing if function, then I'm selecting the first cell and checking whether it is equal to null or no. If it is equal to null, then our aim is to put there 0. But if it has some value, in that case, we will going to put the value which is already there in that cell location. I hope this is clear. You can see over there what we have written. We have written if this particular column F2, which contains right now a value 2.55, if that is equal to null, in that case, we are putting the value 0 there. Otherwise, we are putting the same value there. You see, there are some comma related problem. You see now your value 2.55 is there, which is same as this one, because it contains value. But for example, this particular column does not contain any value. So instead of that, over there, 0 should be reflected. I already set the formula there. Now it's the time to track the formula to the other cell location. You see, I had tracked, and you see for this particular row, since it contains null value there, correspondingly, this missing value, we are properly treated there by putting the 0 value. So as the case of this one, we are putting the value 0 here. I hope it is clear right now. So the missing value, whenever we will get a missing value in our marketing data set, we should replace it with some other value. For example, here I have put the 0 value instead of that unit price. But sometime you can also put some other value, like you can put the different type of mean value or the max value in case of unit price, because for example, the unit price should not be null. So in that case, instead of writing this formula like if F2 is equal to null, instead of that we are putting the value 0. Now we are making our formula much more different way. Over there we are writing AVERAG, average, and we are taking the average of, for example, the 3 of the previous value. So what does this formula means? This formula means that instead of 0 value that we put in our previous case, now we are putting the average value of the previous 3 cell to the location where we got a null value or the missing value. You see, for example, the new formula is being set. I'm just removing the previous set of data which I put there. So this is the formula. Please look over there. What we have put, instead of writing 0, now we would like to replace the value 0 with the average value of F2 to F5. What does this mean? This means the previous 3-column average value should be replaced to that location where we are getting the null value. So since we are getting this data, we are making this column copy to the other location. You see, up to this null value I'm copying. 255 location is not coming